What's good, people? Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody that's coming through, coming to grace me, you know what I'm saying, with y'all presence. But listen, I want to ask y'all something, man, because a lot of us as adults, we still trying to find our way. And that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that, just as long as you know what you're shooting for. But in the same sense, in the same breath, I want you to know that your daily desires should always be in line with your process. We all got a process. We got some ups, we got some downs, we got some things that we're going to need to adhere to get to where we want to go. So, if you're doing a disservice to yourself, not aiming every single day, shooting for anything that's of your interest in your life, you wasting your time. You wasting the people's time around you. Again, your daily desires should be in line with your process. Whatever your process is, I don't know, I can't speak to it. But you should know it. You know what I'm saying? What are your desires? What are your some realistic desires that you have that you can accomplish? That's very obtainable for you within your reach. I'm not talking about some shit that's very easy to get to unless you're making baby steps, and that's fine. If you're taking small steps to catapult you into a whole nother level, then that's great. You know you better than anybody else. At least you should. You dig what I'm saying? But if you're taking those small steps to get to wherever you want to go, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is, man. Real estate, with your children, your marriage, life in general, or just trying to find out who you are and what your desires are, it's good. But you got to know that you have to identify that. You have to wake up eating, living, breathing this. Most of us got these desires but don't even act on them. So what does that say? We being lazy fucks. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, anything that I've ever had to do or wanted to do, sometimes it take me a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's through trial and error. That's how life is. You're not gonna get it on the first shot and stop looking at somebody else, comparing yourself, with their goals, because comparison it's a big downfall. You comparing yourself to somebody else because where you think you at, as far as where you're actually at. You know what I'm saying? Stop comparing, work on you, and don't think about nobody else. Now, if you want to pull ideas from other people and you can apply it and make it make sense for you, and it works for you, then you do it. But don't complain and don't compare. You know what I'm saying? Comparing, it's okay to look and admire something, from afar, that what people doing that you want to accomplish for yourself. That's fine. That's beautiful. But if you're just gonna sit there and keep admiring and keep comparing your do's and don'ts to somebody else, it's not gonna help you. So please, man, keep your desires in line with your process, man. Know that it's not gonna happen the first time every time. Anything that you do, you're gonna have to walk some steps. Sometimes it's gonna be faster than what you thought, and sometimes it's gonna be slow as shit. And you're not gonna be able to get to where you gotta go, because it's a time factor for you. Everything for you is a time factor. You understand what I'm saying? Everything is a time factor, and you're caught up in things that you want to do. Look, brother. Excuse me, y'all. I had a couple packages. But listen, please, we're all gonna have distractions. It's to be expected. But I can't let nothing distract me from something I say I really want. It can't happen like that. At least not for me. Not anymore. Because sometimes we want to blame people. We want to blame distractions. Talking about, oh man, it was too much. It was too hard to do this. It was too hard to do that. A bunch of fucking excuses that we don't need, that you don't need. And you're going to look back at the end of the day and be like, fuck, it wasn't nobody's fault but mine. You dig what I'm saying? So listen, man, don't talk something that you're not really ready for. A lot of people talk, they do too much of this, too much lip service, too much. You letting me know that your desires aren't in line with your process. They must be. You want that house? You're going to save that money. You're going to discipline yourself and save that money to put the down payment for it. Or buy the bitch out whole, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your process is for you. I'm just explaining. You know what I'm saying? You talk too much about it. I don't want to talk no more. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do. And that's how we should look at it. Now, everybody is not going to share my line of thought and theory and how things should be, especially if you're not applying it. This is not going to reach you. You know what I'm saying? But it can if you just listen to the words, listen to my words, and let it rest upon you. You know what I'm saying? Once you do that, you'll have some kind of alignment about what it is that you want to do wholeheartedly without being distracted. There will be distractions. But when you see them, there will be bumps in the road. But once you see them, you can maneuver through because you got that tunnel vision about where you want to go. But I'm not saying forsake everything else around you for your goals. Some of us will. Some of us won't have to because we don't have nothing in anything holding us back. There is no weight around our neck holding us down. There is no anchor. There's just you. You have to maneuver beyond the bumps, the distractions, the mistakes you may make or will make. But it's all a growing process. It's all about the process, right? And I told you that it takes time for that process. But you want it so bad, you said it was part of your desire. You said it. Your heart's telling you this is your heart's desire. This is something that's realistic and obtainable for you, for me. So what do I need to do? I need to act on it every single day, taking a piece by piece, brick by brick, building my foundation of where I want to go based on my desires. It has to be that way. It can't be no other way. Because if it was, we would all get there. There's no way, there's no quick way to the destinations that where you want to go. Foundation is everything. Then you got to ask yourself, what is your foundation based on? What is it built on? Can't be on a mud hill because it's going to slide. It's going to, you know what I'm saying? Built on a solid foundation, excuse me. Built on a rock, solid foundation. Again, your desires should be aligned with your process each and every day. But I'm going to keep it there, people. So, y'all be blessed. Y'all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it pushing, man. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. All right?